So what are you doing here? I just found out that I have to paint something, and being that I don't actually know how to make any art, this is going to be interesting.
All right, so we're on the way to go meet up with this guy, MadEmo, who goes by the moniker, the most famous artist. You know, Maddie's built a pretty massive following, mostly using social media. He has 90,000 Instagram followers, and he made what he says is the most Instagram mural ever. So we're gonna spend a couple days with him, watch him as he makes art out of flea market finds, and tries to capitalize on Kanye West and Bernie Sanders' internet currency. But mostly, we're gonna try and figure out if he's actually a social media art savant, or a swindler. So one of the main ways the most famous artist is making money is selling altered paintings on Instagram. So we followed him to a flea market where he gets his supply of old paintings.
We're gonna look for parking pretty close to the front because we're gonna load up a lot of paintings into the van today. Hey guys, coming or going? Okay. Can I make an offer?
Sure.
$40?
No.
Okay, what are you thinking?
Well, I think I had 125 on it.
Would you do 25 for this?
I would.
I want to do a deal with you. 130.
Come on, I would.
60 each. And then I take them off your hands.
But you don't include the original work? You don't leave any of the...
No, I do. Like, in that particular piece, I might paint like a mega yacht on the horizon. And then it becomes like this piece of contemporary art that people really like. I'd probably put like a Celine or Hermes or Louis Vuitton or something like that. 25. 25. 30. Okay.
So after the flea market, Maddie almost immediately turns one of his finds into a painting and then posts it on Instagram where he almost immediately sells it. So I hit up this woman, Haley, who bought the painting. She is an actual real art collector living in New York City, and she usually spends like way more money on art.
There's something about those dipped pictures that just are very sort of funny and like a little bit of a wink. And I saw that one and I saw that it was for sale. So I emailed them and I asked if I could buy it. I'd rather find something like that on Instagram for $750 than something ridiculous at Basel for, $750,000 that's, rubbish.
Maddie's actually only been an artist for a couple of years before becoming the most famous artist. God, it sounds so dumb to say. He was a tech entrepreneur who started a company when he was in college, sold it, and started another one all in his mid-20s. And then things went south.
I was running a company that I had just started called Alpha Boost. I had fundraised $1 million from top-tier venture capitalists, had a really talented team, and made the deliberate decision to sell the business. I thought because I had money and power, I was the man. And that led to me getting totally blackout hammered on a trip to India to go on a geek trip with a bunch of other tech entrepreneurs.
What do you think about India?
Dude, I think, we should all be friends.
And that incident was filmed, and I became known as the Drunk Naked Founder, and that ended up killing my business. So we're at Bergamot Station, about to drop off these two pieces for a group show that's happening tomorrow. Earlier in the day, I was helping a friend deliver some art, and then asked the curator if I could put some art in it. She initially said no, and then I said, well, what if I promote the show to my 90,000 Instagram followers? And she was like, bring some pieces on by.
I wanted to get an outside opinion on Maddie, so I spoke with this guy, Stefan Simkowitz, who is a big deal curator, collector, and thinker in the fine art world, to see if artists like the most famous artist should be taken seriously at all. When I look at the most famous artist, I almost feel like some of his work, like the main critique I have of it is it's too easy.
I wouldn't say it's too easy or too difficult. There's a lot of Mark Rochan's work, who's the most successful painter in America since Jasper Johns, is easy work. It's really easy work. It's great. It's not that it's too easy. The work. I don't want to make an opinion because I don't know MadEmo's work, so I don't want to go on record and on tape saying anything, but it may just be not good. Instead of me analyzing whether he's a good artist or a bad artist, I think what's the most interesting is here's a guy who has been able to build himself an audience, and that's an amazing thing, and do that using the devices that are available to him in today's sort of 21st century economy. It's an extraordinarily democratic process, and I think something that the fine art world really can learn a lot from.
The most famous artist promotes himself by painting murals that are geared towards social media. His selfie wall, he claims, was one of the most Instagrammed walls ever. And today, he's working on something else that he thinks will spread.
Have you seen the new Kanye album? The new Kanye album cover.
The Life of Pablo?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about it?
I'm gonna show you what we're making right now.
Yeah, please do. Oh, nice.
I was like looking at Kanye West Twitter, and I was like, dude, this guy is just gonna keep on getting attention, so I might as well do something. And I've been meaning to do a Bernie Sanders wall, so it's like, why not take the Life of Pablo album, which is meant to be kind of a meme-ified thing, and turn it into a Bernie Sanders wall.
How much of this do you want people to look at it and say, I'm gonna vote for Bernie Sanders now?
Look, people are gonna vote for whoever they wanna vote for. I'm making this because I know it's gonna photograph well, and it's gonna spread online, and it has a message, and it's gonna be talked about. Making art isn't hard, but most people think it is, and like, I learned all the stuff that I'm doing here online by watching videos. All right, everyone from a poet to a mathematician can interpret an image, and the more images out there with positive and interesting messages, the more interesting the world becomes. So hopefully people look at this and think to themselves, I could have done that. And the message is, good, go do it. I guess that's the point, is art is supposed to make you feel something, whether good or bad. It's supposed to make you feel something. And so long as people are reacting, at least in a visceral sense, to what I'm doing, I think it's art.
Maddie's idea for the burning wall, from just a cursory search on Instagram, does seem to be spreading. I think most people are just going to be skeptical about this guy, possibly for his whole career. And it's partly because he has, grandeur on the mind. He calls himself the most famous artist, and he's hoping it's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. But I guess time will tell whether that's true or not.
At first glance, if you were to judge this book by its cover, you think this guy is a lot like Kanye West, an egotistical asshole, and that's what the brand represents to the untrained eye. But if you dig a little deeper, there's something there, hopefully. That's the intention, at least. So
Cool.
Here we are at the studio.
Yes,
and
exciting.
We're gonna prep for the mural we're painting tomorrow for Thirst.
Yes, Thirst Project.
Thirst Project. Shall we enter the studio?
We shall.
Okay. After you.
You got people going against you, and you just got go above and beyond all that. Let's go. Straight up the top, just so you know, ain't no stopping us. Yeah, I see you been watching us. You could try, but you better off. I ain't a spectate from the audience. Why you hating from the bleachers? Cheerleaders is loving us. Grab a pom-pom, baby. Last year we was last place. This year we in first. We was hungry for the title, now we quenching our thirst. You was on your best behavior, yeah, we on our worst. Killing the competition, rolling around in a hearse. Life is like chess, except it ain't a game. Some pawns remain pawns, some pawns become kings. Think before you move, think 3 steps ahead. Peep game, protect queen. Some rooks get took, some knights get swiped, some bishops get slain. I'ma tell you like my homie told me, life is like chess, except it ain't a game. So when you gotta want it, you know my team want it. You know my team want it. You ain't no stopping us. Nah, ain't no stopping us. Nah, ain't no stopping us. And when you gotta want it, you know my team want it. You know my team want it. You ain't no stopping us. Nah, ain't no stopping us. Nah, you know my team.
Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. Put in the time, fuck all the haters. What's mine is mine, no rotten tomatoes. Tomorrow's fine for shaking the tables. Tonight's the night, I'm aiming my lasers. You
like that one. Yeah, it's a little something I call that art.
Folks wanna try to share my plate. Don't even try, can I relate? Have you tried the wine beer?
Nailed it. You're better than me.
Yeah, I mean, now we got competition.
Shit.
If I completely misbehaving, so sweet to taste, nothing but flavor. So yeah, I enjoy the fruits of my labors. Na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. You wanna try the fruits of my labor? I heard the I completely misbehaving. So sweet to taste, nothing but flavor. Yeah, I enjoy the fruits of my labor. You wanna try the fruits of my labor?
So,
What do you think? It looks good, right?
it looks amazing.
Amazing.
And there's a little twist to it. If you guys come to this spot in Venice, take a photo with the mural and use the hashtag #ThirstNoMore, $1 will be donated to the Thirst Project. By who? By me. Woo!
The mural is at the corner of Rose and Speedway in Venice Beach.
Come to it. Take a photo. The quote, "Be the change you wish to see in the world," is actually one of my very favorite quotes. And if you're an OG, thanks. If you're an OG and you watched my videos back in 2009, you remember I had that on my wall, and now it's on another wall with spray paint. It's like the glow up, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Make sure you come and take a selfie with it.
I'm bringing 10 of these bricks to freeze tomorrow. And the general idea is that I used money as a material in the same way that paint is a material. Influence is a new type of currency. I went to an art fair and no one paid attention to me. And I was dressed like kind of flamboyantly like an artist, and I was like, look at me, and no one paid attention. I asked a gallerist if they'd represent me, and they said no. And then I went back the next day, walked in with a bunch of cash, and all of a sudden I was their best friend.
I did, Rick.
Yeah, it's real cash, dude. Yeah.
I want to make a stunning picture. Can I take a picture with you guys?
Yeah.
Can I take a picture with you? I love it, man. You fucking stole the show, bro.
The most famous artist. That's who made this. You've got this art world that says, oh, we care about authenticity and we care about the art and the creativity. But how fucking funny is it? As soon as I show up with $1 million in a duffel bag and a security guard, everyone starts paying attention. But when I'm out just hustling, telling everyone like, this is what my art's about, and your gallery is so interesting, and talking about the art, it doesn't matter. And so that says something more broadly about humanity, perhaps.
Let me take a picture of you. This is amazing, right?
Sure.
This is amazing. I'm gonna bring the partners to work with you.
Okay, that'd be great.
Be careful.
Maybe I'll be in the show next year or something. TheMostFamousArtist.com.
Send me an email.
He runs the show. This show. At least most of the critics say, I could have done that. And the point is, go fucking do it then.
Show me love.
Super fame.
Super fame.
Everybody wanna touch me cause I'm Superman.
Welcome to my studio in downtown Los Angeles. Ford approached me to design a teeny house with the theme, Go Small, Live Big. I'd like to imagine this project as a way for me to empower other people to think about how they can make more use out of their small spaces. Wow. All right, team, here's what we're gonna do. This whole section dipped, little googly eyes everywhere. Glad everything fit. Let's tape this thing. Guys, we're running out of time. As an artist, we're looking for opportunities to shine. My goal is to make something awesome. The final test for me will be I'll walk into the space and I want to feel like I'm living big. How can we make our lives better with less? Go small, live big. People came from far and wide to experience this temple that we've created for one of the 21st century's great art icons, Kanye West. And what's cool about this is that every single artist involved has a unique style. We're using an artist that's overhyped, like Kanye West, to get exposure for artists that are underhyped. So now we gotta lay these things out, make them look cool. This all started out with one Kanye West portrait. After I posted a picture of that image, it got so much attention. I knew I was onto something. We're creating a shrine, and the viewing area is gonna be up on here, looking down, and then that way they can get their best Grammys for the Instagrams. Yeah, this is gonna be lit. We've created an experience where the viewer enter a sacred space lit by candles, incense burning, Buddhist monk chanting in the background. This is an experience like none other.
Seriously, this has been helping me out, and like it becomes like a community, and it's really awesome.
It's not your normal expo, it's something that you're for sure gonna like remember forever.
My intention all along was to make an exhibition that I think Kanye would have liked. Warhol became a celebrity because of Marilyn. And similarly, I can become the most famous artist because of Kanye.
On New Year's Day, California woke up to find one of its most iconic landmarks defiled by pro-pot pranksters. It was funny, if not all that original. The Hollywood sign was first changed to Hollyweed to celebrate relaxed marijuana laws back in 1976. But the LAPD wasn't laughing. They're planning trespassing charges for the perpetrator, who turned himself in today. Dexter Thomas was with him during his brief moment in the sun.
Yo, they know who you are. Realize that they just wear these shirts just because of you, bro.
No. Really?
Do you want to meet your fans? Do you want to meet your...
Yeah, come here.
Zach Fernandez, who also goes by Jesus Hands, usually doesn't get stopped for photos.
Thank you.
Cool. But since his latest art installment, he's found himself a following. We're here looking at what was once your handiwork. What's it like to be up here now?
It's nice to be here, and just I wonder what these people are thinking. It feels like it's been a positive thing, and hi, how you doing? It's nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Fernandez says the whole process took a little under 3 hours.
Did you all come here because of the Hollyweed sign?
No, they're visiting.
He scoped out the site a few days before, and in the early hours of New Year's Day, he and his ex-wife set the plan into action. He used a rope to climb up to the letters and cover them with tarp. It was physically demanding, and he hurt his hand in the process, but he says the hardest part was finding people to help him.
I let just a very, very few people know. And I asked a few people, and everybody looked at me like, you're nuts, dude, no way, I'm not doing that, you know?
Oh, you ask people to go with you?
Yeah, I knew I needed help, and nobody would give it to me. And they're like, huh? On New Year's Eve, huh? I don't understand, you know? It's like,
according to Fernandez, changing the sign was his way of dealing with the election results and some personal things he went through in 2016.
I think 2016 was a rough year. I mean, I think a lot of people feel that. You know, it was pretty fucking rough. In a way, I died spiritually last year.
What does Hollyweed have to say for 2017?
Have fun, smile, laugh. You know, you can reframe any situation to a positive. You can do it. Anybody can do it.
Fernandez has had a wave of popular support, including some celebrity shoutouts. Tommy Chong of the duo Cheech and Chong saw a picture of the Hollyweed sign online, and he was so impressed he called Fernandez on the phone to thank him. Chong invited him to be featured in a promotional video in a marijuana dispensary in West Hollywood.
I got a question I want to ask both of y'all, because there's people who see the Hollywood sign, they don't like it, and they say, this isn't art, this is vandalism. It's not art, it's not vandalism, it's art, is what you're saying.
No, it's total art. It was done as a message, because that's what we're guaranteed in America, it's free speech.
That's right, that's 100%.
And so, as opposed to vandalism, this gentleman should be commended and given a medal and a lifetime pension.
Fernandez is a musician, videographer, and self-proclaimed pot artist who usually works on smaller scale pieces in a studio in downtown LA.
This pile of rocks right here is something I'm working on. It's gonna be coming up.
You just like stepped on it, dude.
Okay. Yeah, it's moldable, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, this is pretty much the space. This is.
He might be getting a lot of publicity for the Hollyweed piece, but he says the main message of his art isn't changing.
Pot art
is what you do.
Just pot art. I mean, if you think about it, pot art. Pot art.
Walk me through that. What are you talking about?
The piece is called False Idol. It's a full-size crucified figure based on Kanye West with Kanye's head on the body. Yeah, it was a pretty complex process, really. It took about 6 weeks to build. The body was molded specially and then modified to what I needed. And the head, I was lucky enough to collaborate with Ginger, the guy who did the naked Donald Trump figures that hit the streets the end of last year. The Oscars are a great celebration of culture and success and achievement in Hollywood, but there's also a lot that is swept under the carpet, and in fact very much in the whole of the Hollywood environment. Things like drugs, like prostitution, like mental health, and also the idolization of some of the people in the industry as well is very questionable. For this year's Oscar, I've created a piece which is called False Idol. Kanye is truly talented, a genius when it comes to writing and production. But we've built him up into this godlike character, and then with that comes expectations. And then as soon as we build up these celebrities to be gods, as soon as they show any human failings, as Kanye did the end of last year when he went into a medical facility, we then crucify them. I choose to remain anonymous for two reasons, really. Firstly, some of what I do is illegal, but also I want my work to be the focus of the message, not the artist. I think people will react, hopefully positively. Kanye, anything with Kanye on is snapped up in Hollywood and the whole celebrity media. But I want people to take from it the thought to step back and think about how we are building these people up into idols, into gods, and we also build up our expectations of them as well at the same time. They're only human.
I am MadEmo, and I call myself the most famous artist. I make art for the internet. Around July of 2016, I sent out a message on Instagram that said, "It's my birthday and I want to make you famous. So it's my birthday, send me nudies." They started started rolling in, I probably received 500 in a period of 24 hours. Every single time I opened my phone, I was afraid about what I was gonna see. I didn't know if it was gonna be a huge set of tits, or a big old dick, or a little dick, or a butthole. It was shocking. This is like one of my favorites. So my intention all along was to gather this collection of images and show them in New York the week of Snapchat's IPO. The stars could not have aligned better. We found a gallery space right by Wall Street. It also coincided with Armory Week, which is one of the biggest art events in New York. So I was able to go to art fairs, and I was able to go to Wall Street and market this event to show my work. So when Evan Spiegel started Snapchat, I don't think it was his intention to build a platform that people would send nudes. I think he wanted to build a one-to-one ephemeral messaging service. But because of human nature, we turned Snapchat into what it became. I get nudes every single time I open Snapchat. Ooh, I think I got one. Let's see what it is. Ooh, nice. Thank you very much. Let's send them a smiley face. An angel, we'll send him an angel. And that, nice.
Like a banana, like a banana.
So you want to buy one?
Yeah.
Which one?
I want to buy number 8, I think.
You want that one?
Yeah. I have a lot of his work at my place, and I need one of the new collection.
Boom, add to cart.
Why'd you buy this one?
Because it's sexy and tasteful.
You're the most famous artist?
Yeah.
We met at Scope yesterday, you gave me this file. I want to buy this one.
So, do you think that this is art?
I do. I think you're taking an idea that Richard Prince did with Instagram to the next level in a certain way. It's certainly a reflection of our time, of our generation.
Our preconceived notions related to shame, related to identity, all of those things have changed as a result of the internet. Now, we're living in a world where everyone thinks it's okay to send a nude back and forth, thinking that they're gonna disappear forever. And I can tell you for sure, they haven't disappeared. They exist somewhere. All right, thanks. The coolest part of this whole experience was that real people from the art world who matter came to this exhibition and looked at the work and got it and bought it.